warning over the deepening crisis in the Strait of Hormuz. Dramatic new video shows this Iraqi oil tanker engulfed in flames. Iranian state media says the ship was attacked by Iran's military after it, quote, disobeyed and ignored warnings. It comes as Iran's new supreme leader issued a written statement earlier vowing to continue attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. The new leader has not been seen in public since his appointment to the role. Iran and Israel confirm he was injured in the attack that killed his father on the first day of this war. Joining us now, NBC News international correspondent Raf Sanchez in Beirut and NBC News senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake at the White House. Raf, I'll start with you because we really have seen these extraordinary images of tankers, of oil installations on fire across the region. And the new supreme leader, in his written remarks, vowed to continue attacking in the Strait of Hormuz. Where does everything stand right now?
So, Zinkley, the big picture here in the Middle East right now is both in words and in actions. The Iranian regime is showing absolutely no sign of backing down. As you said, they are continuing their attacks on neighbors in the Gulf, targeting Israel every hour now. We are getting alerts of drone attacks. And as you said, striking, that's not even in the Strait of Hormuz, that Iraqi oil tanker. That is much further up the Persian Gulf. So they are really signaling that they are prepared to threaten shipping, oil transportation throughout the whole region right now. And then we did hear earlier for the first time from Iran's new supreme leader, and Zinkley, in his rhetoric, he is sounding a lot like the old supreme leader. He is vowing to defy the United States, saying Iran will continue to fight on. He says Iran will continue to threaten the Strait of Hormuz, and he hinted that Iran was prepared to open up new fronts in this war. I do think it is notable we didn't see him on camera, which is raising serious questions about how badly he was wounded in the initial strikes at the very start of the war. Zinkley.
Raf, thank you. And Garrett, I want to bring you in because President Trump, for his part, seems to be dismissing these threats from the supreme leader from Iran, saying the U.S. has destroyed their Navy. He is also saying that the Strait is in great shape. What should we make of his messaging, and what is the president doing to offset Iran's efforts to really disrupt trade around the world?
Yeah, Zinkley, I think we should take that it is rhetoric that may or may not be matched by the facts on the ground, and certainly doesn't seem to be if the oil markets are to be our guide. And the president posted on social media a short time ago suggesting that these problems with oil prices going up as the Strait is closed is actually, in his view, good for the United States as a major seller of oil, certainly not good for our consumers of oil and gas products, and arguing that it's necessary here, that this had to be done. The president's goal was to stop evil, as he put it. What else we've seen today that I think has been notable have been some of the administration's top economic officials, the Treasury Secretary, the Energy Secretary, doing interviews in which they've suggested that the U.S. Navy will, at some point when it's militarily possible, and it's not clear when that will be able to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. I think goal one right now for this administration domestically is to calm those oil prices and calm the markets that are so concerned about what direction this war is going and how long it may last.
And Ralph, briefly, there's been significant escalation in the fight between Hezbollah and Israel, especially where you are in Beirut. What's happening?
So, Zinkley, we can hear an Israeli drone circling overhead right now, and a little earlier there was a strike just over a mile in that direction. That's notable because that is the very heart of the Lebanese capital. Most of Israel's strikes previously have been targeting the southern suburbs in that direction. The Lebanese government says 687 people have been killed here in Lebanon by Israeli strikes, and they say 98 of them are children. Zinkley.
All right, Raf Sanchez reporting on the ground, Garrett Haake, thank you both so much. And stay with us because we've got a lot more news ahead.